That was an equally stunning start to Bayern Munich's Group D campaign. They started the defence of their Champions League title with a 3-0 victory at home to CSKA Moscow. David Alaba, Mario Mandzukic and Arjen Robben scoring the goals for Pep Guardiola's team. Let's analyse some of those results with German football writer Mark Lovell. He joins us via Skype from Frankfurt. Mark, what an absolute goal fest to get us started for this season's Champions League. 30 goals in 8 games. Is that one of the reasons that we seem to like this competition more and more each year?
Well, good evening, Alex. Well, it was a great advertisement for a thriving competition. We're not going to spend the next 2 or 3 minutes raving about the Champions League, but it was a great start to the competition, and what a whole, those 30 goals were a class amongst themselves.
And let's concentrate on Pep Guardiola. A lot at stake for him taking over such a spectacular predecessor and season as Bayern Munich had before. He's got to be happy with the way they started, hasn't he?
Well, you'd expect them to beat the Russian representative, CSKA Moscow. They've done that 3-0. It was a supreme performance. We've seen this from a Bayern side. They've reached the final 3 times in the last 4 years. We expected them to win. They've done it comfortably. This is their 6th win on the trot in the competition. Guardiola has a few friends to win over in Munich still, but he has a lot of friends all over Europe expecting him to do well with Bayern this season in the Champions League.
What about one of the other German sides in action tonight by Leverkusen? How disappointed do you think they will be?
Well, it typifies why they've been christened Neverkusen, really. They've gone and travelled to Manchester expecting to, put up a bigger fight, and they collapsed really in the second half. Disappointing performance from Leverkusen. They can do better. They're the only side to beat Bayern in the Bundesliga last season, so they had a good form line, but they didn't turn up, and Rooney was the man with a couple of goals and that famous headband of his.
Yeah, and I know how close an eye you keep on England's Premier League as well as the Bundesliga, of course, Mark, and we know how close Rooney was to leading. He refused to confirm whether he actually had put in a transfer request when questioned after the match, but he's now got 200 career goals for United, and the way he's playing, it almost feels like a new signing for United, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely. His old manager at Everton, David Moyes, will be very happy. Moyes said in the press conference he's lost weight, he looks a new player. He still doesn't strike me as being completely happy at Old Trafford, but he's playing well, scoring goals, playing with Robin van Persie every week. He's got to enjoy his football even more, but Jose Mourinho at Chelsea will have one eye on the situation. Maybe tonight's performance against Leverkusen will add 5 million on the January transfer fee. Who knows?
There you are, Mark, already stirring things up ahead of the new year. Great to speak to you, mate, as always. Mark Lovell, German football writer, joining us live.